and on my way to school, a breeze rustles my coat as I approach the school gates. In contrast with yesterday, I'm actually here at the right time. The sounds and sights of other students fill my mind as I move swiftly to get to homeroom. The mornings this time of year are very cold, but I expected it'd be a lot warmer in this far south. Dispelling the idle thoughts in my head, one thing sure is missing: the presence of Carrie. I kind of walked to school with her yesterday, so I thought I'd maybe see her again today? Maybe? Though I guess for her it wasn't a mistake that she came so early. She told me to meet her at lunch so she could give me a book, didn't she? That sure is something to look forward to. My timetabled lessons don't look very promising, so it'll give me something to think about until then. Something more interesting than my classes. The half-full classroom is split between those enthralled to begin lessons and the apathetic slackers, like me, who just want to get it over with. I sit at my desk and join the latter group. Dust shimmers as the sunlight enters through the windows. One by one, more students enter the classroom as the clock on the wall creeps towards that 8 o'clock. My mind wanders onto the thought of Sari once more. Where am I supposed to find her when the lunch bell rings? The most reasonable place would be the cafeteria. I mean, that's where I found her yesterday. Or maybe not. I doubt she'd be comfortable giving me a present in front of everybody, even if it's just a book. Present. I lean back against the chair as I typically would, and slowly watch the clock spin and spin as lessons go by, waiting for the lunch bell to arrive. Please, lunch bell, save me. Yes! Stretching my arms, I look up at the clock to check if the sound I just heard wasn't a hallucination. I don't have schizophrenia as far as I'm aware. Maybe. People are definitely getting up and leaving the classroom, likely heading towards the cafeteria. Some do stay behind. I guess various Japanese high school customs still stick even in a foreign school. The curriculum may be different, but the attitude of the students certainly isn't. Standing up, I trail behind everyone else to leave the room. Looks like I'm the last person to leave. The corridor isn't the only thing that greets me as I step outside. Oh, oh God! Just give me the book!
Here you go.
Oh my God, get out of here, mouse.
I promised to give it to you.
Oh. Before me stands Carrie, basking in the sunlight. A book is held out in her hands and practically shoved into my chest. Her face is red, apt for the situation. I'm sure mine is too. The blossom of embarrassment on her cheeks is a cute sight. She seems to be reluctant to make eye contact, though. Oh, God. It's only better for me as I get to look at the glint of my own reflection in those amber eyes of hers. Thanks. The book itself looks fairly worn. Judging by the condition of the pages, she must have read this quite a few times. I'm only borrowing it, so she probably wants to read it again in the future.
You're welcome.
Aww.
It's one of my favorites, so I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I will. I like the voice actor. She really does a really good job. She lightly exclaims that fact, and I take the book from her. The title is embossed on cover, as opposed to a fancy design or a sleeve. It must be fairly old print. Despite its blemishes, she seems to have taken quite good care of it. Once again, I look at Carrie's cute profile. She still holds a blush, which suits her all too well. An adorable little trait of hers. Her breath is still ragged with nervousness. I watch her chest move inwards and out as she regains control of her breathing, though I quickly look away after I realize how perverse the action is. I was about to say, man. How's about we go get some lunch then? We can't just keep standing around here, right? I slip the book into my bag carefully and invite Carrie to join me for lunch.
Sure. I'd love to.
Ah, yay! Carrie slightly jitters as we both head down the corridor towards the cafeteria as I spend my second lunch break of the week with her. No doubt I can get used to this, though I feel as if I already am. Yes, we have a friend and... Oh, I wasn't about to do it. Noise resonates through the walls of my room as I hear my sister blasting some foreign pop music, all while speaking to her friend on the phone. I would go in there and tell her to quiet the fuck down, but I'm too lazy. After enjoying a nice lunch break with Carrie, despite neither of us really saying anything, the remaining classes were rather dull and uninteresting. The only thing that really kept me going was the thought of Carrie, as dodgy and skeevy as they may sound. I look to the right. Besides me sits the book Carrie given me earlier. Reading it now would give me something to do, but I don't think I can make it that far into it. It's quite late, and I still have some work left to do. Though I'm reminded of Carrie's flushed face as she presented it to me. It really meant a lot to her. Giving it a read couldn't hurt, do it? Oh, read the book, skim through it, don't read. That's just reading it's the dick option. A skim through it, also kind of the dick option. I'd probably read it just to see what it is. The book is fairly thin, though it'll still take me until tomorrow night at least, the earliest to finish it. That's if I can read it fast enough. Though if Carrie asks me about it tomorrow, at least I'll have something to talk to her about. Grasping the book, I open the cover and begin reading it page by page. The theme of it is quite apparent, even before the end of the first chapter. It's a love story. Aww, the book. What the hell is wrong with me? The book suits Carrie pretty well. It would have been weird if the book was a sci-fi novel or something absurd like a guide on dog grooming. Aw, that'd be pretty funny though. Does she even have a dog? I don't know. Soon enough, I found myself at the end of the second chapter. So far, it's been fairly interesting. Definitely something different than what I was expecting from a love story. I should probably make a few mental notes on what I've read so far, just to give us something to talk about. She doesn't really converse that much. I want to talk with her more. Get that middle ground. I set the book down beside me where it once sat. My body twists as I slip out of the space between the chair and my desk. For once, I should probably get to dinner early and eat some goddamn food. Oh, it's the time. The path to school has now become quite familiar, now that I've had 2 weeks to remember it. A mild gust blows leaves across along the pavement, and I watch them get jostled and tossed around without direction. Just as I stand across the street, I feel a dainty tap on my shoulder. Aw, she is just being so shy and looking at my side. This person I've been wanting to see the most recently stands before my eyes, a sight to behold.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Carrie. God, I want to say Sari. I don't know why. Carrie greets me, her lips curling up slightly into a delicate smile. Good morning, Carrie. As the light turns green, we both walk harmoniously across. It's not really a surprise for me to meet Carrie here. I'm pretty sure she did her part of the walk to school with me. This is where I first met her, after all. So, how are you today, Carrie? I throw the question out to try and make conversation. I enjoy being with her, but getting her to speak up would... getting her to speak up more would make the experience a lot better. Just throwing that out there.
I'm good. Thank you. What about you?
Oh, I'm good as well. The small talk. It's great. Carrie smiles at my answer. I guess knowing that your friends are in a good spirit is a happy thought. As I take occasional glances to my side, I seem to notice Carrie shyly looking in my direction from time to time as well. She turns her head whenever I spot her. Does she want me to ask her something? Anything on your mind? It seems that I've caught her off guard.
I wanted to know.
Oh, she's gonna ask about the book if I...
Can I walk to school with you more often?
Oh, she threw me a curveball. I thought she was gonna ask about the book, but she just ended up being sweet. She wants to walk to school? With me? That question seems pretty bold for her, but I oblige. Of course. Carrie smiles and nods her head cheerfully. I can't deny wanting to walk to school with her as well. I look at my watch and check the time. It's almost 7:45. Shall we meet where we met today then? At 7:35?
That's good with me.
I'm good. So it's settled. From today onwards, I'll be meeting and walking with a girl on the way to school. A very shy and nervous and stuttery girl. But she's so... Oh, it's not something I expected to happen, but I can't complain. In fact, I'm very happy. We pass through the school gates and towards the main building, both of us stopping to part ways. I'll see you later then, Carrie. At lunch, right? Huh?
Sure.
Yeah.
Lunch it is.
Damn right it is. I head down the path towards my classes, with my plans for the day pretty much settled. settle in the day. Ooh, hello. The lunch bell stops ringing just as I make my way out of the classroom. Our teacher lets us out early. Thank fuck. I'm pretty sure she's as enthusiastic about the lessons as we are. I move through the corridor and unsurprisingly find someone waiting for me.
Hello.
See, she's just waiting. Hey, Carrie, shall we go to the cafeteria?
Can we stop by the library first? I need to return a book.
Oh, that would have sucked if it was like she got the book that she lent me to the library, or was from the library, and then I didn't bring it back, and she was like, "Oh, you ass." But thank God that's not. She wants to go to the library. I'm not against it. I wasn't really that hungry anyway. All right, sure. Speaking of books, I started reading that book you gave me. I've been really liking it so far.
That's good.
I mean, I didn't think I would, but I did. Carrie smiles and turns her head in my direction.
Would you like to go to the library with me?
I mean, I already said yes. Let's go. She sounds anxious, even more than normal. I thought we were already going to the library, you derp.
Not this one.
Oh.
The one in the city.
Oh, okay. Oh, she wants to go to the city with me. Okay. I can't keep myself from stuttering. Moments ago, Carrie just invited me out to the city. That's quite a direct thing to be asking of someone she's only known for a few days. Carrie holds a deep blush on her cheeks, and I can't keep myself from getting a bit tense.
Thank you.
She is not used to this friendly friend contact. We walk down the corridor in unison, only our footsteps audible as we keep a state of silence between us. Oh, hello? Stepping through the door of my house, I'm greeted by a sense of warmth, both in physical and a metaphorical sense. The heater's turned up pretty high, but my mother had seen me entering and greets me. How was school, son? Good, I guess. It wasn't just good. I know for a fact that it was good. I practically bagged a date with Carrie. Sorta. Though I don't think she sees it that way. I've only known her for 2 days, so there's no point in getting giddy about it. I almost said giggity. I don't know why. That's great to hear. My mother wanders off and continues up the stairs to carry on with whatever the hell she was doing. I take off my shoes and stroll into the lounge with a slump. One thing about school is that it's pretty tiring. Ahead of me sits my father, laying back in his chair, reading a book. He lifts his head and peers towards me, giving me a prodigious grin. Hello, boy! Seems like you've had a pleasant day at school, am I right? That smile on your face tells me everything, you know. No doubt he spotted my upbeat aura. He could just sense it like a Jedi. It's not as if I'm trying to hide it. You could say I had a nice day. Tell me, son, tell me, come here. Sit on your dad's lap and let me know. I'm not sitting on your lap, Dad. Oh, come on, like you used to. He sets his book down on the floor beside him and sits forward to engage himself in our conversation. It's nothing. I'm just going to go somewhere with a friend on the weekend. I say weekend, but Carrie actually never gave me a date when she wanted to go, so I'll just have to ask her. A friend? What sort of friend is it a girl? Straight on to the girls as always. I can't say that I've never considered the topic before. Carrie, of course, is a girl. A rather nice one, too. Though I don't know whether telling my father would be the most ingenious of ideas. He'll just keep asking questions until he gets to see her. That's what I would expect him to do anyway. Oh, you can't lie. Just fucking tell him. It's a girl. Whatever. It's, a girl? Oh, girl! Well, congratulations, my boy. I was waiting for the day you would start dating girls. It's not a date. Calm the fuck down, Dad. It's just a day out. I'm not really sure what it is. She told me she wants to go to the library with her, but surely she must be planning something more than that. It still counts, my boy. I hope you make the most of it. His words are only partially making it into my head. He's always like this. I take another look at him and realize he's reading a book. He is a publisher after all, so I guess his job is to check over the things presented to him. Oh, okay. The print on the book's cover looks familiar. I notice the author's name and realize what the connection is. That's the same author as the same as what, boy? The book Carrie gave me. Going by the condition of the book she gave me, she must really like his work. That girl I'm meeting with the weekend, she, really likes the author's work. I don't really know the best way to put it, and I don't think telling my father will really achieve anything. I should have kept it to myself. Why didn't you tell me, son? I'm good friends with the guy. He always makes me read his books before I sell them, and I don't even like romance. Gary does, though. Maybe getting her a copy might be a good idea. She gave me a gift after all, even if it was only borrowing it. I may as well return the favor. Would it be okay if I lent a copy? Lend one? Ha! Just take the whole damn pile. He gave me way too many damn copies of the thing. Instead, I only took one from the pile. My father always has a way of making things go absurd. Good thinking, my boy. I'm sure she'll enjoy that. It's always best to get on their good side. For once, I agree with him. Giving her a gift wouldn't be a bad idea, no matter the reason behind it. Alright. Thanks, Dad. Don't thank me. Thank the guy who thinks it's funny to deliver me a ton of books every 2 months. With that, I leave the room and head towards the stairs. Reflecting on what just happened, it was a pretty lucky thing to be able to get this book for Carrie. The chances of it happening were actually pretty slim, but my father being a publisher definitely helps in a way. I wonder if his company published the book Carrie gave me? I never actually checked. I make my way to my room, planning to give Carrie a call once inside. We really need to make those arrangements, or else nothing will happen. Nothing's changed. It's still in the same messy state that it's always been, has been. I'm in my bedroom once again, and shortly I'll be on the phone with Carrie for the second time this week. Just like everyone else, my phone is where I left it. I pick it up, find Carrie in my contacts list, and proceed with the call. The phone rings as I idly wait for her to pick up and get this goddamn mouse out of the way.
Hello?
Yes, it's me. Carrie answered the phone. I really need to get a photo for her, though. As I expected her to. It would be weird for someone else to. Oh, God, that would be death. Oh, it's her dad. What the fuck do you want? Oh, no! I need to get straight to the point. We didn't come up to an agreement as to where and when we were going to meet for our trip. All I know is that we're going to the library. Hey, Carrie. How are you? I start with conversing with her. Speaking to her is something I enjoy doing. So when given a chance to embrace the opportunity, I certainly take it.
I'm good. What about you?
Oh, I'm good too. Especially since I got to speak to her. So about our trip, we never really made plans, did we?
Oh, I forgot to tell you.
I like how she got so excited there for a second.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay, really. Any particular day you were planning on going? I realized that I could have asked her for tomorrow. I mean, maybe I just wanted to hear her voice one more time today. It's a beautiful melody.
What about Saturday? Is that fine with you?
Yes, perfect weekend. Yeah, Saturday's good. What time should we meet?
Could you meet me where we met on the way to school? At 10 a.m.?
Alright, but I like to sleep in on Saturdays. Certainly. That's settled then. Carrie and I will meet this Saturday. Our Saturdays are entirely free. We follow the British curriculum after all, which is good since we can do things like this.
I'll lead you there. You just moved here, didn't you?
I did. Thanks, Carrie. I appreciate it. I would have followed her anyway. It was her idea to go. Plus, it's Carrie. Why wouldn't I? Some muffled calls of Carrie's name are audible in the background as Carrie remains in silence. She must still be a bit flustered after I thanked her.
Sorry, I need to go to dinner. I don't think I'll be able to call you back.
Oh, okay. Just a theory here. What if Carrie's parents, dad, whatever, like, what if they're not actually good people? I don't know. Like, I feel like we're gonna learn more about Carrie, obviously, from doing all this stuff with her. But I just have this bad feeling in my gut that her family, her like home situation, isn't great. I don't. Whew. Anyway, I hear her whimper through the end of the line. I guess she's as upset as I am to having to end the call early and abruptly. Don't worry, Carrie. We'll be meeting on the way to school tomorrow. Yes?
That's right. I'll see you then.
Bye, Carrie.
Bye.
Beep. The line goes silent as Carrie hangs up. With that done, I guess I have to find something to do. Scott, dinner is ready. God damn it, just get downstairs. There we go. Need dinner to go too. Both my parents sit at the dinner table, but it seems as if my sister hasn't made her way down yet. That girl sure is busy. Doesn't she have any respect? It's dinner time, damn it! A wonderful family bonding session. Leave her alone. She's busy with schoolwork. Don't you want her to do well in her studies? You know what I do. You're right, darling. The pair chow down on their sausages and mashed potatoes. Oh, sounds so good. I guess my mother cooked some traditional English food today. Scott, I heard you were having a good time on the phone. Who were you speaking to? It was probably that girl he was talking about earlier. Ain't that right, son? Dad, why are you nudging me? You were eavesdropping on me? I just heard a few things. Maybe. Well, whatever you were saying, I'm glad you managed to make it to dinner. Because it's a wonderful family bonding session? That's right, my boy. I'm glad you finally learned it, unlike someone in this house. She's doing schoolwork. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I love the dad. How's this guy managing to run a company? I'll never know. I continue to eat my food as my parents start discussing topics which aren't really interesting to me. My sister eventually makes her way downstairs and sits beside me at the dinner table. Bangers and mash again? What's wrong with traditional English food? I didn't travel there just for the women, you know. My mother laughs at my father's statement. So why can't we have curry? We have curry as often as we have this, you stupid. I finish up the last of my meal and stand up in order to put my I almost said phone. Put my plate in the sink. With that done, I guess I have the rest of the day to do whatever I like. Sorry guys, whenever I do anything, I just get so excited that my brain starts thinking so fast and I read so fast. After I finish my homework anyway, I head towards the stairs again to retreat back to my room. Before I make it, my sister calls out to me, Scott, can you help me with some questions later? No, I don't really want to. Sure thing, though. Oh, man, I would have told her to figure it out herself. But that's just me. Rays of light and the sound of chirping birds enter my room as I pull the back of my curtain. Oh, I'd never do that. I'd keep the curtains closed because I don't need the light. Outside, the weather isn't anything short of what I asked for. A beautiful day, something which I can enjoy. It's still fairly early, according to my brand new alarm clock sitting at the side of my desk. Getting up at this time would usually give me a sour feeling. However, today I have something to motivate me. The thought of Carrie's silky braids caressing her beautiful rose-tinted cheeks as she waits for me, basking in the sunlight, is wonderful. Lately, she's had an alluring aura which I can't find myself resisting. I'll be meeting her at 10, but I need to have some time to get ready and spruce myself up. Oh, we're going to put on that cologne. We're going to put on a little fancy tie. She told me to give her the book today rather than at school. It's been a few days since I mentioned it. I assumed she would have wanted it as early as possible. Perhaps she just wanted two things to look forward to? No matter the reason behind it, my fingers tighten around it as I stare down at the cover. She may be excited to receive it, but I'm just as excited to give it to her. Footsteps echo out from behind me as the door to my room opens. I turn around to find my mother standing in the doorway. You're up early. Is there something special going on? Yeah, I'm meeting someone in town. Didn't Dad tell you? No, not that I can remember. If I did, then I didn't pay attention. You know how he gets. I would have thought she would have been pretty interested to hear the details. Anyway, I've just about finished breakfast. You can tell me more about it then. Oh, and wake your sister up too. I just went in there and she's probably just went straight back to sleep. It's a Saturday. Can't she just let her sleep in? Most of other school kids in Japan would kill to have Saturday mornings free. We're just lucky since we go to a school which follows the curriculum of another country. Alright. I oblige anyway, just to get my mother out of my room. It'll still take me a few minutes to get ready. Even though it's only 8 o'clock, I still want to be set and ready to go straight out that door to see Carrie as soon as possible. Does that happen often where a school teaches by another country's standards? I don't know if that happens frequently. I don't know, at least not in the U.S. as far as I can tell. After doing up my shoelaces, I walk out of the hall and give a knock on my sister's bedroom door. Get up. Fine. The sound of bed sheets being tossed about, along with moans of agony and despair creeping through the cracks beside my feet. She isn't really a morning person. At least she's out of bed now. I head back down towards the end of the corridor and approach the descent to the ground floor. Time to have breakfast, something I rarely do on a Saturday. So what? They just don't give you food if you wake up? Toast! That's the smell when I sit down at the dinner table, ready to tuck in. It's not the most elegant of dishes. The concept of cooked bread is quite plain. Wait, it's just toast? Oh my god, you can't compare it to a fulfilling traditional English breakfast. But a slice of toast is certainly fine every now and then. My sister soon joins me, scraping the chair across the hardwood floor against me. I mean, next to me, not against me. That'd be kind of stupid. She apathetically examines the toast before her, putting it in her mouth soon after, a move which bars her from joining the typical morning commotion. So, Scott, who are you meeting? It's that girl you were going on about, weren't you? You should really bring her home one of these days. Hell, I don't even know her name. Her name is Caradwin. So I see. My father goes back to eating his toast. However, my mother continues to converse with me. I'm glad you're making more friends, Scott. As if she couldn't make me sound like any more of a loner. Oh yeah, son. Did you remember to pack that book? Did you? Of course I did. That's my boy. Give me some. Slap you on the back. Ow! Dad, you fucking stop! A quick glance at the clock on the wall tells me it's approaching 9:45. I ought to set off. Ow, my fucking leg hurts. I was slapping the shit out of my leg. I don't have to leave this early, since it's only a short walk away from the house. However, getting to see Carrie for just a little bit longer will probably do me some good. I bet she'll be there early, too. I wave goodbye to my parents, both of whom continue to eat their breakfast and discuss trivial topics which don't necessarily concern me. A cold breeze meets my face as I open the door and step out in the outside world. The light! It still burns! Oh, she's already there! The dream! Soon enough, in my sight, I catch Carrie's blonde braids swinging softly in the wind as she twiddles her thumbs and waits for me. She hasn't noticed me approaching yet, but she soon will. I don't think I'll be able to cover her eyes and surprise her. Maybe. As I approach her, something weird is made apparent. She's still wearing her school uniform, even though it's a Saturday. Yeah, well, I wasn't going to say anything. I had to admit it does look good on her, but I was hoping to see her wear something casual. Maybe I should ask her about it? I mean, it's not that important. She turns her head towards my direction and finally takes notice of me, looking visibly startled, even though I'm nowhere near her yet. My hand glides through the wind as I wave to her, slowly but surely making my way beside her. Hey, Carrie.
Hello?
How long have you been waiting? I knew she would arrive before me, but I wouldn't have want her to wait for so long.
Oh, not long.
All right. Hopefully, not long. Maybe like an hour. What? That's good. She could just be saying that to make me less concerned, but I'll trust her.
Shall we get going then?
You're damn right we should. Carrie takes the initiative, and I give her a truthful response. You know what? I'd love to. Carrie blushes at my answer. I really do want to go on this trip with her. Wait, Carrie. I'm not really sure whether this is a good time to give it to her, but it's agonizing to keep waiting. I really just want her to have it. Here, I have something I want to give you. Pulling the book from my coat, I present it to Carrie in a similar fashion as when she did to me. Maybe not in as passionate a way as she did, but the passion is certainly there within my fingertips, goddammit. Carrie stands still, taken aback. She curiously peers towards the book, reaching out and tracing it with the tip of her index finger. She softly brushes mine in the process, going red after the surface of our fingers meet one another.
Sorry.
Oh my god, she is so cute. You don't have to apologize, it's fine. She looks up towards me and our eyes meet. Her amber eyes shimmer in the morning light, which are too soon diverted back towards the book within my hands.
Can I really have this?
You bet your sweet ass you can. Of course, it's a present. Keep it. Carrie tightens her fingers around the book once again, brushing her smooth skin against mine. This time she doesn't apologize. However, she can't help but blush once more as her cheeks blossom like a rose in spring.
How did you know I liked this offer?
Oh, well. The they wrote the book you gave me before. It was quite worn, so I just assumed you've read it multiple times. Anyway, let's just go going. We wouldn't want to miss the train.
You're right.
Carrie and I walk towards the train station side by side. In a way, she's acting as my guide, as I still don't know my way around. I can't help but take a few glances at her whenever possible. She herself does the same, peering towards me from time to time. And we go on our little date. Is this the library? What? I've never seen a library looking like this. My library looks like a piece of crap. This looks fancy, and it's got phone booths. Oh, old fashioned, man.